pick a person at random. Alistair. Okay. I'll give you the first warm-up. So warm-up A is going to say. The first warm-up says, find the equation of a line perpendicular. To y equals 2/3 x plus 4. Going through 1,5. All right, Alistair, I'm going to pick on you. So the first, we need to, guys, can I talk to you, please? To make the equation of a line, we need two things. Alistair, what are the two things you need to make the equation of a line?
Slope is going to be -3/2.
Good. Okay, slope's one of them, y-intercept's going to be the second. Okay, so the way it works, if your original slope is 2/3, your perpendicular slope is going to be -3/2. Now this is time to ask questions. That's just definition. For what I wasn't here yesterday, what perpendicular means is that they're going to meet at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to talk about the Pythagorean theorem today, so we'll talk more about 90-degree angles here in a sec. Okay, but that's the idea. Right? So there's many different ways to get the equation of a line. The way I did it yesterday was I did this. Okay, so I chose my x and my y from my point, and then I used that to solve my equation. Jessica, I'm picking on you. What's the equation? Standard equation of a line is going to be what?
I'm sorry.
What's the equation of a line? Y equals m plus b. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down y equals mx plus b. And then you're going to be brave and plug the numbers in, please. Go ahead. Okay, so what does y equal? What does m equal? What does x equal? And what's all for b? Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to solve for b. Right? That's what we're going to end up doing. Okay, so we use our great algebra skills here and hopefully solve for it. Okay. Aiden, what's -3/2 times 1 equal to, please? Somebody help me here. What's anything times 1? Same number, okay. Itself, right? So this is still going to be -3/2. Now, this question worked out nicely for this, but let's say this would have been like times 2 or times 3 or times 5. What's like 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 as a fraction? And what would 10 be as a fraction? 10 over 1, right? So if you're multiplying this by 1, all you're really multiplying is the numerator. Right? When you go through for that. Okay? So this is just going to equal 5 equals -3/2 plus b. Okay, great, wonderful, tremendous. Noah, what do I do next to solve for b?
You'd move the fraction over
Good.
equal sign.
Good. So I'm going to change that to 5 plus 3/2 equals b. Do we have your question yet or not yet? Not yet. Okay. Caleb, how do I deal with 5 plus 3/2? Oh, somebody help me here, please.
You make them over on the denominator.
Good. So remember, hold on a second. When you're adding fractions, remember this has to be a common denominator. So we said 5 would be like 5 over 1. So you change this to 10 over 2.
Do we simplify that now or leave it 10 over 2? Like, can we make that 5 over 1?
You can leave it 5 over 1 if you want to. I'm going to go right from 5 to 10 over 2. Yeah?
Why did you make it 10 over 2?
Because when you're adding fractions, you have to have common denominators, right?
Right, okay.
So you need, like, because it's plus 3/2, it has to be divided by 10. Yeah?
I thought you couldn't move fractions to the other side of the,
You can do anything you want. No, fractions are just, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Okay, I'm sorry, that was rude. I apologize. Okay. But, fractions and decimals and integers all work the same way. You can do the same thing as far as rules go. Like you can multiply fractions, divide them, add them, subtract them, move them, square root them. All the same stuff you can do to an integer, you can do to a fraction. Again, the same thing with the decimals. Okay. Jenna, it's your time to shine. What is 10 over 2 plus 3/2 equal to? 13 over 2, I hope. 13 over 2 equals b. All right. This is the time to please raise your hand if there's a question. Because this is what you should have done like 100 of these last night. Melissa, go ahead.
I had 13.
13, just plain 13? I don't know what happened here because you have to remember like of the 2 there, right? That's what you have to do. The other thing you could have, if you multiplied everything by 2, that would have been plus 2b. I don't know if you did that. Because that's what could have happened, right? Yeah, no? Yes, you certainly do, thank you. So my final equation is, therefore, y equals negative 3 over 2 x plus 13 over 2. Now, and hopefully I explained this well enough yesterday in the video. The x and the y can change, right? So like you can put any values in for that. The only part that makes this equation unique is your slope and your y-intercept. Do you have any question there?
Instead of like doing like the 10 over 2,
Yeah.
you just do, like, can you have like, so y equals negative 3 over 2 x plus, and then do 5 times 2, and then keep the denominator and just put 2 and then the plus 3.
Okay, I gotta come back in.
Okay,
I
wait.
lost or something. Sorry, I don't know.
Instead of doing like the denominator thing,
Yeah.
like the 2,
Yeah,
and then you have, because I had like 5 plus 3 over 2,
yeah,
and then I just did 5 times 2,
yeah,
which is 10,
yeah,
and then I kept the denominator as 2,
yeah,
and then I added the numerator,
yeah.
so then it's just 13 over 2, so you have to do the step of,
As long as you get 13 over 2, right? Like if you do something like this, I can lose half a mark. Right, because that's not simplified. If
Yeah.
you do something like that, that's still not simplified. This still isn't simplified. Right, it has to be, as long as it's combined in some way.
because I just did like the, yeah, I did the,
Yeah, you have to make sure that it's simplified. Any other questions before I keep moving? No? No, we're good? I didn't congratulate you guys last week, but you know we were more than 1 week done this course now. We're 6 days through. There's 90, that's good. Okay, example B says, calculate the equation of a line. Okay, and please put a star beside this question. I guarantee this is going to be a quiz next week, or test, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's 4 pages, so it's half a quiz, half a test. All right. I refuse to say the word quest because I hate it. Okay, so this question will be on a guarantee. All right. So, Derek, I'm picking on you. I need my slope. I need my y-intercept. What should I probably find first here? Good, which is your slope, okay? All right, do you recall what the equation is for slope?
y2 subtract y1.
And the way I remember that is that you remember slope is rise over run. So rise is like your y values, run is your x values. That's what that comes down to. All right, Eden, how do you decide which is x and 2 and y1? Where does all that stuff come from? Good, okay. So which point do you like better? 2 comma negative 1 or negative 3 and 8? Okay, so I'm going to call that x1 and y1. I'm going to call this one x2 and y2. It doesn't really matter. Let's say that you did it the other way, you'll still get the same answer. Okay, so everything is good. All right. Aiden, you're not done yet. Can you please sub the numbers into the equation then? Go ahead.
8
Yeah, yeah, great.
3
Yeah.
2.
Let's just make sure that we know how we got that there. That's correct, by the way. Okay. So y2 at the top was 8. Subtract negative 1. Okay, that was your y1. On the right, and the denominator was negative 3. Subtract 2. If you did the other way, you did negative 1 subtract 8 all over negative 2 minus negative 3. That's still correct. Okay, we'll still do the same fraction. What's the question?
So it doesn't matter what one.
Right. Because the whole point is our 2 points look like this. Okay, right? So they're saying either you're going to go up and to the right, or you're going to go down and to the left. You're going to be still the same slope it's going to be, right? So, either one works. Yeah.
I do it in my head.
No, 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 yes.
So I do
For
like.
the left, no. There is no doing things in your head. If you can do things in your head, that's good. That means you're good at math, and that's wonderful. Okay, but life is going to get difficult for you in a hurry in math class, and if you've gotten into bad habits of doing things in your head, very quickly we'll get to stuff where you can't do it in your head, like very, very fast. So if you've gotten lucky and you've gotten away with doing things in your head, you're going to break that habit in a hurry. And if you're one of those people, okay, I'm looking at you that writes their homework on like one line for your answer, okay, don't be like that, okay, because very soon the questions are going to get way too big to do, and then you're not going to know how to do it, okay, and I'm sorry, so sorry to correct.
Like I did like -3 plus 5 is 2. Like
Okay.
for 2 points. I did -3 plus 5 is 2, so 5 was 8 on the bottom.
Good, yeah.
And then 8 minus 9 is -1. So I just
Yeah.
put them -9.
Yeah. And you either -9 over 5 or 9 over -5, yeah. Now,
Did you read that?
no, I'd like you to show me though. I'd like you to show justify. If you write it in words saying I did it like this, that's fine. Okay, but you need to justify, okay? So if you just write 9 over -5, I'll assume that you just copied off Aiden, that answer. Okay, so just nothing personal, okay? But I want you guys to get happy with this stuff. Yes.
Now, if one of like the numerator or the denominator is negative the whole fraction.
Yes, right. So this is, you can say or, and that's, I should probably write like -9 over 5, would probably call it, okay, that probably looks better, okay? All right. Okay, is this coming back to go from grade 9? I hope it is, okay? If you're in my class, I see Daly going, yawn, 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 we did a million of these in grade 9. Well, this place, thank you. So, yeah, we'll be doing, this is a big part of grade 10 too. The second unit or the first unit, you have to actually make equations with 2 points. And I want to make sure we can do this now so that we get to that point. Ha ha. Okay, so there's your slope. Okay, so now we do the same thing. We have our slope, and we have to make an equation just like we did here. All right, so Molly, what is your favorite point? Is it -3, 8, or 2 and -1? Okay, so what we're going to do is, so Molly is we're going to choose. Okay, normally, was it Derek I was talking this about? I can't remember. We're doing a question like this. You can pick either point. Generally, you pick the positive ones if you can. Your teacher was being saying made them both negative. There's a negative on both sides, so that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write on the left-hand side, showing all my work, mind you. M equals -9 over 5. X equals 2, Y equals -1. I can hear what you're thinking. You're saying, although Molly likes 2 and -1, I like -3 and 8. Is that fine? Well, of course it is, right? Whether if you're drawing a line between 2 points, whether I choose this one or this one, it's still going to be the same line. Right? Okay, Nick, what's the standard equation of a line, please? Good. Can you sub the numbers in, please?
It would be
Yeah.
equals -9
Yeah.
is 2
Yeah.
plus b.
Very good. Okay, so you see what he did there? He just plugged in the x, the y, the m, and he's going to solve for b. This front row is very empty today. Okay, Alyssa, your turn to shine. What do we do next?
Times them all by 5.
Oh, you want to do that? Perfect. We're going to do the way that I have to solve. Okay, so it's going to be 5 times -1 equals 5 times -9 over 5 times 2 plus 5b. Melissa, can you share with the class why you might have done that?
Because then you don't have
You will have no fraction. Okay. You will at the very end, okay, right? But that will work beautifully too. Okay. I'm going to be the human calculator for you. This is going to be -5 equals 5 times 9 is 45 times 2 is 90. That's -90 over 5 plus 5b. All right, Noah, you have to get your calculator out. Once I know you did it differently, that's okay. But using it this way, that still looks like a fraction. Can you simplify that in any way?
Yeah, you want to bring -9 over 5 to the other side of the
Not yet. That's your second step. I'll do that in a second. What's -90 over 5?
Oh.
Okay, and this is why Alyssa's way is very nice to work with here. There's all whole numbers now, which are exactly right. Next step is going to be -5 plus 18, which is 13 equals 5b. So b is 13 over 5. So you'll still get the same way. I'm sure the way Noah did it, he didn't do it like this. No offense, Noah. He did it the other way, and hopefully he still got 13 over 5. Okay, so either way should give you the same answer. Yeah?
But you have to, times the fraction when they're starting when you're
What do you mean?
Like
From here to here,
five.
you mean? What I just said, just multiply over numerators, right? So 5 times 9 times 2, right? And then I was just like, because remember, these are all like divided by 1, right? So it's like divided by 1, and that's like divided by 1, right? So it's like 5, 9, 5, and divided by 5. Yeah?
Why do you times 25?
Oh, just the thought was, and this is why Alyssa decided she didn't like the fraction, right? So remember, anytime there's a fraction, you can get rid of it by multiplying by the denominators. And we're going to show that in effect with example C. This is the one we did, or warm-up C. That's the one we did yesterday. I put it on the board and then I walked away. Probably the supply teacher didn't pick it up, I don't think. No. Okay. But anyway, so that was yesterday's. I just want to make sure you guys can do that. So my final equation here, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to call it over here. So therefore, the equation is y equals -9 over 5x minus 13 over 5. And I got that because my slope is my m, right? Y equals m plus b. The m is -9 over 5. The b is the -13 over 5. Okay, I'm going to hit pause and I'm going to close your eyes, put your heads on the desk, please.